James, London is going to be your mixed martial arts debut. Speak to me about your training, preparation, everything to build up to make your MMA pro.
Yeah, look, it's been a massive life change for me. You know, I'm in 5-6 days a week at Shoot Fighters. You know, it's kind of completely taken over my life. All I'm doing is training. It's been a real journey. It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It's tested me emotionally, physically, and we're still only a few steps on the journey. I'm really looking forward to London. Look, you know, I always said that I wasn't messing around at this, that I wanted to give it my best. I'm with a fantastic team in London Shoot Fighters. You know, they've got some brilliant fighters in Bellator, a few maybe appearing in London. So I'm in great hands. The body's hanging in there, and as you can see from my face, I was having a full tear up this morning, and you know, it's now all I think about.
James, when it comes to pure fitness, how different is it to being a professional rugby player?
Look, it's very different. Obviously, you don't have the running element, and the very fact is, there's, you know, on a rugby field, I've got 14 other people. Where, you know, the phase of play go to the other side of the field. You may have a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds rest. Here, there's no escape. You're trapped in that cage, and there's no way to get out. And you know, the fitness-wise, it's just the default setting for everything you're doing is you're drowning, and then you have to go again and start thinking and working. And you know, little things, how tense you are as a person, you know, the ability to stay relaxed. All these things are something I'm learning, and every day's a challenge. You know, there's been a few peaks and troughs already, but as I said, I've got fantastic coaches, an unbelievable team. You know, while it's an individual sport, I'm very lucky at Shoot Fight to have so many experienced guys who've, you know, adopted me. Michael Shipman, Norbert, you know, Aranus, you know, Carlos Hamola, all these guys have come in there and really helped me. Even some young fighters who you'll probably see on the card, you know, Javid and guys like that have really helped me.
Coming from a sport where 15 guys go out of the field together, they play for each other, and you're going into a sport where it's one man on one man, everything on that. How's that mindset going to change?
Yeah, I mean, look, the mindset thing's very interesting because, you know, while you do have a team and you've got guys in there, you have to decide in the morning to get up and train. You know, whereas I've used to walking off the field going into physio, you start paying for your own medical care, paying for your own nutritionist, paying for your own supplements, all these kind of things that you have to take care of. And then when you get in that cage, that mindset of being, you know, you train with someone. So I'm very lucky to train with a guy called Kyle. He's a fantastic guy, you know, and we get on well. But then I have to get in the cage and he's trying to knock me out, I'm trying to knock him out, and then we go again and just normally train. Whereas on a rugby field, you maybe peak twice a week. Every day here, you're trying to get the upper hand, you know, and obviously if you don't take it seriously, you're not prepared, it's a tough sport, it's a dangerous sport. So I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely testing me. There's been a few moments where I've sat on the end of the bed thinking, it'd been easier if I just stuck to my favourite hobby, DJing, but no, we're going to have a tear up in London and I'm looking forward to it.
James, when you started off, or when the news was announced that you were signing with Bellator, you said in your podcast, that was a bit of a struggle, you know, in training, and obviously when you start off fighting MMA, it's going to be a struggle against guys. Do you think over the months you have improved and you're maybe holding your own against some of them now?
Look, you know, it's not for me to talk myself up. I know in fighting sports everybody likes to do the trash talk. I'm not really about that life. You know, I think it's most important you can start talking things up when you've done something. You know, for me, my coaches, you know, they give me praise when it's deserved, and they cut me down when I need to be cut down. It's a tough environment in there. I just do what they tell me to do. You know, I have good days, I have bad days. It's a learning curve. You know, what people forget about this is it doesn't matter if you're good at stand-up. There are so many disciplines in this sport. You could be doing this for 10 years, and every day still be a learning day. So for me, you know, they tell me what they want me to do, how they want me to learn it. Look, I'm not going to be, you know, a black belt jiu-jitsu by the time I finish it. I'm not going to be Derek Chisora by the time I finish boxing. But each day you're incrementally getting better at each area, and that's the most important things. And what you're doing is trying to cut down the big errors. You know, not giving some of your back, not rolling over, not falling to the floor too soon, not you know, losing your balance, whatever it might be, not walking onto shots. All those kind of things are something that I'm learning every day, and you don't get a lot of praise out of them, but you know, if they're not bollocking you, it's pretty good.
MMA is always, you know, it started off as a very technically, you know, a technical sport. Do you, like your physical attributes, do you feel like that's an advantage over most people?
Look, I think, you know, a lot of times conditioning, I think, from what I've seen, and bear in mind, guys, that, you know, it's only from what I've observed, is that, you know, I think strength, but the way to be able to use strength, I think cardio and fitness, you know, putting yourself in the right situation, not getting tired, you know, and making wrong mistakes can be a factor. I think you've got to stick to your ability. You know, you're not going to see me do a spinning back kick because I don't really have that in the arsenal, and there's no point in trying to learn it because you probably might never get it out there. So you've got to train to how you're taught. And you know, the reason I decided to do this is not just to join a fantastic organisation, Bellator, was because London Shoot Fighters said they were going to train me. When I rang them up and said, you know, do you think this is the stupidest idea they've ever heard of? They were like, no, we've seen you train before, we've seen you do this. They've known me since I was 17. They feel I could do some good stuff. So I just do as I'm told. If they're happy, I'm happy.
James, what does your international and club teammates think of your decision to transition to MMA? Or are they saying them?
Well, I think initially, obviously, a lot of people thought it was a kind of a PR thing and it was joking. And we've seen a few guys try to get across in boxing and not done that well. Yeah. Look, you know, the one thing for me mentally is that I've had my career. I did everything I did. This for me is a bonus. The journey of being an individual sportsman, being part of an amazing organisation, learning a skill, putting it into practice, seeing if I've got the minerals to go one-on-one with someone in the cage. That's why I'm doing it. If it goes well, brilliant. If it doesn't go well, you know, I've done what I was supposed to do in rugby-wise. Yeah. My teammates are excited. I think a few of them rolled their eyes to start with. A lot of them are asking for tickets now. It's announced on London. I don't know how much tickets I get, but I reckon half the stadium's going to be full of people either trying to see me get knocked out or see me knocking someone out.
I just want to ask for me. Name a player you played against or played with who you think could make the jump to MMA as well?
Oh, there's a few. I mean, I tell you, there's a guy that's playing for England at the moment, Ellis Genge. He's a massive fan of Bellator. Yeah. He's asked me for a few. He wants to come sparring with me. He looks like Dredrick Tatum out of The Simpsons. So if I believe he could be pretty tough.
And prediction for tomorrow, final one for me.
Look, I'm in Ireland, so I'm going to say Ireland because I want to get out of here alive. but everybody watching this knows where my heart lies.
You mentioned when you lose some vlogs that you weren't sure to call yourself a professional fighter until you stepped in the cage. Do you think now that you've signed the contract, you're announced for a Bellator card, do you think that changed a little bit?
No, look, I think I'm a big believer in rugby. We've seen it all before in most sports. You know, you can't talk the talk till you walk the walk. You know, for me, I just turn up to training every day and do as I'm told. When I fought, whatever happens, I can say I'm officially part of the London Shoot Fighters team. I can officially say I'm a professional fighter. At the moment, we're all just playing at things.
You know, you didn't too much away. What first excited you about the challenge? Because was it solely you, or did you approach Bellator?
No, Bellator approached me. I used to work on BT Sport doing commentary for the other organisation we don't talk about on nights like this. And basically, I thought they were asking me to do some more commentary work. So I got a call from David Green. I sat down and he said, look, we'd like you to fight. So once I stopped laughing, I said, no, seriously, are we going to do some commentary work? He went, no, I want you to fight. So I basically spoke to my wife. She said I was an idiot and she definitely shouldn't do it. And then I spoke to all my friends who are the kind of friends when you ask them to do something, they just say, yeah, it's a good idea. And I spoke to London Shoot Fighters and they said, listen, we think it's a good idea, we think you can train you, we think you've got what it takes. And so that was all the evidence I needed. So, you know, I was quite happily retired. I was quite happily ready to DJ in Ibiza, put my feet up and do what I'm doing. But sadly, I've become a professional sportsman again, having had about 4 months off.
One of your teammates made a performance